What it is. Welcome to the Oracle's Cove. Before the video starts, I just want to say that I am not looking at anything on the screen. I have no glasses on. So if you see me squinting, trying to figure out something, baby, I am blind. So that's what's going on. I just wanted to make that disclaimer so it would not distract you from what's going on in the video. Okay, enjoy, bye. Part two, reflect, part two of self-concept. Develop the self-concept, develop a strong concept, self-concept. What's up, YouTube? It's Queen Left, and I am here to share my experience, you know what I'm saying, on this thing called self-concept. This is my second video. I'm gonna start on how I began even figuring it out. So I was on Twitter one day. Yes, Twitter. And I seen a girl talking about it. If I can find the original name, because I don't want to fuck it up, I will post her so I can give her credit for even introducing me to what it is. And when I seen it, I was like, ooh. And in the midst of that, I was already involved with my sisterhood, and we are doing, you know, our thing monthly, and then I start to do my thing, you know, developing my own devotional practices. And I decided to invite self-concept into my realm because something within my spirit felt like it would be something great for me, because within the sisterhood that I'm in, we was doing something similar to that, and I felt like both of them combined would be transformable, no, alchemical, because it involved bodily movement and getting into your body and speaking to your cells and really, you know, transmuting the belief to the knowing, into the being, into the moving in it and embodying it fully. You know what I mean? Self-concept is where you develop a strong self-belief. With self-concept, is going from belief to becoming to it and then embodying. Because to know, and then when you're in the actions of developing a routine with self-concept, with the techniques I'm going to show you, some of the things that I've used, now you're in a state where it's like, okay, now I'm really feeling it because I'm moving with this daily, and I'm confirming with myself daily, and I decided that this is something that's helping me grow daily because I do feel better saying these things and the energy of the words that I do say, because that's also the importance of it, is walking in the energy of the words. It's not just saying it. You have to actually believe it and really know and get that in your body. And you do that by repeating and moving in it, by adding forms of movement, which is why discipline and developing a strong routine, or I would say devotional practice, is important. And the reason why I call it devotional services is because it just makes it sound much more glamorous. It just serves you, you know, you are your first altar. So you are here to serve your altar in the best ways that you can. And then it just sounds so much more beautiful. Devotional. I got the cat. Devotional. You know what I mean? You're divine. Get into yourself. Like I said, you can't just say you. In the same way they say faith without work is dead, that's the same thing with this development. You can't just say it, you have to also move within it and, you know, help yourself. Basically, you maintain that mindset. Like I said, it's like working a muscle. You have to work that daily and really get it into your body, and then it'll soon become your desired reality, because like I said, you have to move within it for it to become the state of being in which you're desiring to be in. So the core concept, and when I say the core, getting to the rooter to the tutor, so that's when, you know, when you do the shadow work, when you're doing the shadow work and really going to the depth, to the root, and uprooting all that to, you know, then, you know, replant yourself under a new state of being, which is why the self-concept is important, because it's reprogramming your body and your mind to move in a different state of being under a different, you know, subconscious programming. So your core concept is basically your inner state of mind. So when you are within yourself and you're to yourself, what is it that you think? What is it that you believe? What is it that you know? What is it that you were taught to believe? What is it that you feel? You know, really getting there and really getting in touch with you, and really coming home to you, deciphering these different things within yourself that you were either taught or self-doctrinated within, or, you know, like I said, at your core state, you truly, you know, and you need to, you know, bring up outside of all of that. What do you see? What do you taste? What do you touch? What do you feel? What do you know, getting really into your body as well. So how do you begin crafting your realm? And when I say crafting your realm, I mean crafting your inner world. And when you craft your inner world, you can also, you know, transform the world around you and make it to what you want it to be. How does one delegate within their pleasure? You know, how do you move within a day? How do you know, take your time, pace yourself, really enjoy the mundane, and understand that there's beauty within that, and understand that moving slow and enjoying the time and the moment that you're in is important, and it brings you even more abundance because you appreciate and you show gratitude in the current reality that you're in. You're mindful, you're present, you're grounded, you're here. You feel and you're just here and you're safe. Delegating is an entrusting, you know, how do you entrust, you know, within your pleasure, and that's the safety. Marveling in your spiral. Now this is when you're doing the work and, you know, you're going through the transformation where it's like, okay, I've done the work, I feel reborn, but I'm stepping into this new, you know, energy, and it's feeling weird because it's new and I'm scared. I feel, ooh, you know, do I jump? Do I stay still? You know, that's when you have to really be real with yourself and use your tools and check back in with reality and understand that this new reality is what you want to go into, and you have to, in time, expand your capacity in time, because it's going to take time for you to step into the, you know, reborn version of you. Marveling in your spiral, to be amazed within your transformation and within your growth. Becoming the archaeologist of your artifacts. And that's when I say study your metaphysics, study the science of you, study your realm, study your biology, really study who you are, where you come from, understand the biology of you, and understand the science of you, and how all the sciences around you is within you. And studying that, you know, is studying self, and going within is studying the world around you. It's a reminder that, you know, you are safe within your authenticity, and you are safe to walk within these words and these incantations that you are creating, that it's safe to be within that reality, that new reality that you're creating for yourself. Then, while you're getting the affirmations done, or affirmations, as Dr. Donnell says, you are now modeling your artifact, and that's strutting your stuff, standing firm in your embodiment, you know. And I always tell people, when it comes to these things, sometimes you can't grasp the understanding until you're resonating on the same frequency. So for instance, you ever read a book and then you're like, I have no idea what the fuck they're talking about, but then you go through an experience and you allow it to transform you and you allow it to teach you a lesson, and say you go back and you gain some wisdom from that said lesson, and now you read the book and it's like secondhand nature. That's how it is with this. You really have to be on the same frequency of the thing that you're calling in. And that's why it is important to release, to really allow your body to feel and to let go. You know, really get these emotions out of your body, because emotions become frequency. And that's what we live through in this daily life. You know, that's the language of the spirit, frequency. So while we're doing this, we're not entertaining any limited beliefs. We're not complaining. We're not venting. Immediately flipping negative thoughts. Reminding yourself, I don't accept this anymore. My real reality is this or that. You know, really calling it in, really professing, and really getting into your voice, like letting your throat chakra know. You get in your body and be really connected. Immerse yourself in self-concept material in loops. Like, I did a 30-day self-concept, and this is what I did. I had to really train myself to be disciplined within it, but like I said, I changed it from discipline to devotion and made it more beautiful for me. And I was going through a phase where I was really into glamour, magic, and really, you know, focusing on me and, you know, really tuning into me, like I said, with my emotional work. And that's a big part of it, because, you know, emotions in the sacral, and that's the feeling, that's the femininity, that's the womb, that's the creativity, the sexuality, that's everything that we embody in, you know, the emotions and all that sets off in that area. You have to allow the energy to flow, and you have to create, you have to transmute all that in some way. Read and watch things that enforce your new self-image. Journal as if you are already the version of what you say you are, who you say you are, the version of you that has it all. Embody your new self in every moment. When you wake up, remind yourself you that girl. Put on them cute affirmations, put on that Aphrodite frequency. Make your own. Get up, dance, stretch, make it beautiful. Remind yourself that you are safe to be in your body and you don't have to rush. You can take your time and really get, you know, well with you before you get well with your phone, before you even start to think about work and how you don't want to be there. You know, really get well with you. So when you do walk out the door, you're like, okay, cool, I gotta work, but I'm good, because after I can do my thing. And this is not the end of the world for me, because I'm creating this on the side. You know what I mean? Ask, how would your higher self think, feel, and act right now? And then do that. Carry yourself like someone who knows they are the prize. In order to step into a new space, you have to get rid of old things, such as habits, people, ideals, behaviors, thought patterns, traumas. And you do this by releasing and then reprogramming yourself to what it is that it is that you want to be. Like I said, developing a stronger self-concept. Our bodies are literally machines. They're literally computers. And just like a computer or AI system, you have to program what it is that you want for it to do. You have to command it. You have to do it as the programmer. You're in control. And as we grow and say we want these things, we have to remember the responsibility that we hold when we have them. And in order to really, you know, hold them, you have to be disciplined and you have to be responsible. And you have to really know who you are to hold these things and to maintain it. You know, we're getting rid of the old life. We don't want that anymore. We want better for ourselves. And when you get the better, you have to know how to hold it and how to be that new person within that new space. That is very important. That's why you cannot carry old habits and all these things within you. You have to let it go to be, you know, in this new life. You can't want heaven and then vacation in hell here and there. But don't be afraid to explore your metaphysics. Don't be afraid to go within and get to know you at your depth, at your core, to accept you and all of who you are. Integrate all of those parts of you that you were hiding, that you were told were too much, or you felt you needed to shrink, or you felt you needed to hide, or couldn't express, or fawned for, or was triggered over, you know, all of these things. Understanding, accepting, releasing, knowing, letting go of the shame, the guilt, the grief, the doubt, the doubts from you and the doubts from those around you that cipher in your energy, that look at you and subconsciously throw that energy on you, or unknowingly spread doubt or limit you. Those who pretend to not see you, understand that you are okay within all that, that it is okay, and that the only thing that is important is that you know who you are and that you feel safe with that, and you feel safe to express the version of you that you want to be, that you want to truly embody. Do the work to embody that version. Do the work to embody the version. You have to do the work. That's the answer. Do the work. And it's not going to be easy at all. It's not. It's going to be very ugly. It's going to hurt like a motherfucker. It's going to hurt. But you going to get what you want on the other side. So I suggest you start now, baby. And it don't have to take a lifetime. It just takes a choice, a decision, day by day. It's not linear. It might take a few steps back. Listen, I did it all. That's why I can say this. It is okay to fall. It is okay to rise and then fall. It is okay to be in a plateau state for a while. You have to live. You have to experience. You have to, like I said, find beauty in the mundane. That's what makes the life beautiful. It's not just about the high points or the success that you reach. It's about the experience that you cultivate around you, within that, before that, while you are in that, and after it. But it's about what you are in and what you are making for yourself now, what you are creating for yourself now, because what you're creating for yourself now is setting you up for the future, which is why you have to do the work now, not later. You get me? But that was on my heart to share. And really, I was gonna be on our boo. No, I'm playing. The world's boo, Michael Jackson. So be on the lookout for that. Self-concept, I'm still doing that right now. We're just gonna keep it going. And I feel like everything is just flowing with how it's supposed to. So, yeah, thank you so much for those who get what they need from what I say. Just very happy to be able to now really freely express and give, because that's all I really want to do. Remember, only you Know who you are. And that's what's most important. Love you and love yourself. Bye. Family, proud family, proud family, they'll push your burdens that make you wanna hug them. Family, proud family, proud family.